If your child constantly define rules, throwing tantrums that escalate into aggression and nothing seems to work, if your response is to yell louder or enforce stricter punishment, you might be unknowingly reinforcing the child's behavior. Stay tuned to understand what's truly happening and how to address it effectively. I'm Dr. Katia Batista, a specialist psychiatrist. I made a similar video in Spanish on my channel, but I was not completely satisfied with the results. That's why I decided to bring this topic back, this time in English with an important insight. It's a subject that truly deserves our attention. If you find this helpful, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with someone who might need it. Your support helps this message reach more people who could benefit from it. Then let's talk about it. Have you ever found yourself completely exhausted by your child's behavior? Maybe you have cried behind closed doors after another phone call from school. Maybe you have felt judged by others, family, neighbors, even strangers in public who just don't understand what you are going through. You have tried punishment, rewards, yelling, even silence, and yet nothing seems to work. This journey can feel incredibly lonely. Parents often carry an invisible weight, confused, overwhelmed, and heartbroken, not because the child is bad, but because they don't know how to help. And worse, the people is quick to label troublemaker, aggressive, disrespectful. This label stick and they hurt not just the child but the parents and the entire family. We must talk about this because your child is not a label. Your child is not a problem to be solved. They are human beings who need understandings, guidance, and help. Labeling a child does not fit their behavior. It often makes it worse. It isolates them. It makes them believe that they are beyond help, and no child should ever believe that. This video is for every parent who feels defeated, for every teacher who's run out of strategies, for every caregiver who's started to lose hope. We will discuss conduct disorder and not in other psychiatric disorders like real experiences. I will guide you through the warning signs, the importance of early recognition, and most importantly, what a step to take toward healing. Together, let's learn how to replace labels with support, judgment with compassion, and frustration with actions. You are not alone, and change is possible. Let's start today. This is a topic that requires great care and attention. In many cases, a child's behavior is deeply influenced by the way we respond as parents or caregivers. There are always warning signs that something is not right, but often we overlook them. Recognizing these signs early can lead to timely diagnosis and intervention, which improve the child's prognosis. Addressing behavioral issues with empathy and professional support can make a huge difference in child's life. Let me put a real example. There is a case of Derek Rosa, a 13-year-old boy from is Cuban but is living in United States. dared fatally his mother, beside who slept beside her 14-day-old daughter. After the incident, they called 911 to confess. This shocked the community and raised pressing questions about the warning signs that may have been overlooked. Let's explore three key behavioral disorders. Let me start with oppositional defiant disorder. It's characterized by a persistent pattern of angry, defiant, and vindictive behavior towards authority figures. Children with this condition often argue, refuse to comply rules, and deliberately annoy others, mainly the authority figure. Conduct disorder involves more severe behavior such as aggression towards people or animals, destroying properties, deceitfulness, bullying others, vandalism, using drugs and alcohol, and serious rule violations with lack of remorse. This is considered more serious and it can lead to significant and consequences. Legal consequences, I mean. Intermittent explosive disorder marked by sudden episodes of anger. Children may have verbal outbursts or physical aggression that are out of proportion to the situation, just with a minor provocation. While occasional misbehavior is normal, watch for these warning signs. Frequent temper tantrums or arguments with adults, deliberate attempts to annoy or upset others, blaming others for their mistake or misbehavior, aggressive behavior towards people or animal, destruction of property, deceitfulness or theft, in serious violations of rules or laws. Let's understand the brain's role in conduct disorder. Conduct disorder is not only a behavioral issue, it's deeply rooted in the brain's structure and function. Amygdala. This structure is crucial for processing emotions like fear and aggression. In individuals with conduct disorder, the amygdala often shows reduced volume and activity, leading to difficulties in recognizing and responding appropriately to emotions. Prefrontal cortex is responsible for decision making, impulse control, and social behavior. The prefrontal cortex often exhibits structural differences in those with conduct disorder. These differences can impair judgment and increase impulsivity. The neurotransmitters, they are natural chemical messengers like serotonin and dopamine that play a role in mood regulation and behavior. Imbalance in those neurotransmitters has been linked to increased aggression and impulsivity in conduct disorder. Genetic and environmental factors also are involved. While brain structure plays a significant role, genetics and environment also contribute to development of conduct disorder. Genetic predispositions. Children with a family history of mental health disorders such as attention deficit hyperactive disorder or mood disorders are at the higher risk. Factors like poverty, exposure to violence, inconsistent parenting, and lack of access to education can increase the likelihood of developing conduct disorder. The parenting style also, harsh or inconsistent discipline, lack of supervision, and parental rejection can also exacerbate the issues. If these behaviors are persistent, occur across multiple settings such as school, at home, even in public, and interfere with daily functioning, it's important to consult a mental health professional. Early diagnosis and intervention can significantly improve outcomes. So let's talk about effective treatments that includes parent management training, just to teach the parents with strategies to manage their kids' behavior effectively. Cognitive behavioral therapy helps children develop problem solving skill and control anger. Family therapy, addressing family dynamics that may contribute to the child's behavior. School based interventions, collaborations with teachers to support the kids' need. Medication is needed in some cases just to address some symptoms because there are sometimes conditions that uh, coexist, like anxiety, depression. So parents plays an important role. So what the parents can do: maintain constant rules and consequences, praise positive behavior, understanding and addressing behavioral disorders early can change really the trajectory of the child's life. If you notice persistent behavioral issues, please parents seek for help. Early intervention is the key. Let me continue. Stay calm with any behavior. So, what you cannot do: engage in power struggles, use harsh punishment, or ignore the kid's positive behavior. Understanding and addressing behavioral disorder, let me emphasize, can change the trajectory of the child's life. If you noted any persistent behavioral issues, please, let me highlight, seek help. If you find this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.